Well, good morning. It is Tuesday, October the 8th. And I guess, good morning. I guess I'll say it again. Good morning. This is the All About Nothing podcast, kind of daily show. We will probably start doing this more regularly when we get to after the new year. A lot of stuff going on, including elections and mostly just the elections. That's taking up quite a bit of as a distraction from the potential of doing something creative here for the podcast. And one of the things I think that I explained last time we did this that thought that might be kind of a cool idea is maybe to get on YouTube every morning or so on, so often. To get on and just talk about some of the news and things like that could potentially be going on. Of course, right now, I think two things that I do want to potentially, I guess, talk about. And one of the things, we are still in the aftermath of Hurricane Helene here in South Carolina. We have managed to, I think, at last count, that 94% of people have their power back. And for the most part, it seems as though roads are accessible. A lot of the debris from trees down and some of the flooding that was occurring, that has subsided. The trees and things on roads are being cleaned up. Schools are opening back up. North Carolina, completely different story. And parts of eastern Tennessee and western North Carolina, Asheville, the places like Chimney Rock, Lake Lure. Chimney Rock is a place that is going to likely not recover for years. I think I saw that I-40 between Asheville and Knoxville, that portions of I-40 are decimated and may not open for more than a year. In fact, I think I saw another statistic that said that 26 going from Asheville up into Tennessee, is also going to be closed for a significant amount of time. Like, that means that for the most part, interstate travel between North Carolina and Tennessee is cut off. The way to go is potentially surface streets. There are some smaller roads, highways that you can traverse to get there. I know because when we used to have farmland in Kentucky, and we would go up to visit, when there were times that we were going where we got, I guess, information for some reason that said that there was snow on the interstate, or maybe the interstate was backed up, we would take a different road, and we were able to get there. We were able to get from Asheville to Sevierville, Tennessee, by taking some of the surface roads. Scary in the dark, especially when there's snow, but it was available. I don't know for certain that that's something that's available this time. These trips between North Carolina and Tennessee via the interstate are probably going to take you down into Georgia or up into Virginia, Kentucky, and then back down. I mean, it's just decimated. But that's not even really the most appalling part. The appalling part is the continued misinformation from some on the right that seems to indicate, especially from the former and current nominee for the Republican Party, President Donald Trump, making it sound as though there is no funding for FEMA because that funding was spent on illegal immigration. First of all, the illegal part is insane to me. It's not real. These people that have come to the United States from Haiti, specifically in this situation, Haiti, because of all of the attention that was given to Springfield, Ohio. But this attention given to these migrants that have come to the United States, and in a lot of cases because of the environment where they're from. Where especially in Haiti in March of 2000, I think it was 2009 or 2011. I can't remember for certain, but devastating earthquake in Port-au-Prince in Haiti. And the country has been on a downward spiral since then. There's been an assassination on top local government. The I think that the prime minister of Haiti is currently in exile away from Haiti. And news from earlier this year was the guy that seems to be in charge of Haiti currently is a guy named Barbecue, who is a cannibalist. I'm not spreading rumors. That is what has been reported. I have not looked into it any further since initially that came out to see if that is still real. But these people came to the United States because one, there was an opportunity. They are legally documented aliens to the United States, and that means that they are available to work jobs that hadn't been filled by natural born or naturalized citizens here in the United States, or anyone that was over here from a visa. These are individuals who are here legally, that are part of the system, the process. These are people that are paying their taxes, but they do not get to vote. They don't have that opportunity to vote here in the United States, and that's because they are not citizens of the United States. So this misinformation about FEMA funding being diverted away from natural disasters and being pushed to this immigration situation, it's completely false. FEMA's funding is a directly correlated to the fact that the U.S. House of Representatives has not allocated more funding to FEMA in this year, and there absolutely should be an emergency session called for FEMA to get its funding. Mike Johnson, the Speaker of the House, absolutely, it is within his purview, it's within his right to go ahead and bring Congress back into session so that they can pass a funding bill specifically for FEMA, because ultimately that's what it's going to take to get more money into FEMA, and that money won't be diverted somewhere else. Also, the complaints about this idea that FEMA's giving $750 to individual families and things like that people that have been directly decimated by Hurricane Helene just almost 2 weeks ago now. But this idea that FEMA's coming in and giving people $750 and then walking away and saying, that's what you get, get your life back in order, it's not true. There is an initial $750, which is designed to be an immediate source of funds to either get hotel or to potentially assist with housing and the needs, consumption, food. Consumption is probably not the right word. I think that strikes as being something different. But there is this weird complaint that FEMA giving people that initial $750, it then is followed by this idea that FEMA will no longer be involved. That from that point on, you have to handle your entire situation yourself, and it's not true. $750 is an initial not investment, but it's an initial money drop, a windfall, and it's not a lot of money. $750 is not a lot of money, and I get that. But for that immediate time frame, it does give some people the opportunity to be able to go and get a hotel room or two for a couple nights that they can feed themselves, for a night or two, but that the actual funding and the actual assistance from FEMA also comes from the application process that they then have to go through. And it's bureaucratic, it's a lot of red tape. I mean, I don't think that it is intended on slowing services down, because that's not really FEMA style. But I do believe that the intention is that this is going to get you over this initial hump, and then it will put you on a path to at least being able to get FEMA's assistance. So the misinformation about how there is no funding available, that FEMA's run out of money, that all of this are issues that, and I wish that the mainstream media would report it more consistently. They're doing it. They are discussing it. They are talking about it, but they get some of these Republicans come on the news, and they only push the $750, and then they only push the idea that FEMA's run out of money, and it's because the money's been diverted to take care of non-naturalized or non-naturally born citizens of the United States, people that are here legally. Again, they are documented legal migrants to the United States. They are protected here in the United States, just like the rest of us. But it's a little different not being from here. But it's so the idea that our federal government would go out of its way to not take care of people here in the United States is just absurd, regardless of who the president is, what party that they are a member of. It's absurd. And it's really disappointing that there is such an effort to make things so divisive. We just suffered a natural disaster, and at all accounts, more than 200 people dead. As of a couple days ago, there were still hundreds of people missing. And the opportunists honestly, in the Republican Party, going after this and promoting this idea that people are going to be ignored because it's more important to take care of their idea of what an illegal citizen is, or an illegal alien. And again, none of these people are illegal aliens. They're not. They're documented, legally protected here in the United States because they sought asylum, and that's one of the things that we do. I mean, when it comes to people that need a place to come, the United States has always been a safe haven. It's unfortunate that when they get here, that safe haven turns into a mouthful of racist, disgusting pop candy or something, and just reeks its evil head. Last thing I want to talk about real quick before I wrap this up is Hurricane Milton. That is real big in the news right now, and I believe this morning, I think the wind speeds yesterday got up to 180 miles an hour. They might have gotten up a little higher. And this is not me talking weather forecasting. A lot of people already do that on the internet, and I am in constant awe of what it is that they publish because of the amount of work and the knowledge that goes into it. Mitch West Weather, he actually is here in Lexington, South Carolina. So I want to shout out to him. I do watch his videos on upcoming storms and things like that, and he is really good at breaking down the information, explaining why path may be doing, or a hurricane may be doing a certain path, or way it might drop in intensity from time to time, or it might raise in intensity. He's really good about it. So I'm going to work on getting him on the podcast. at some point here in the future, potentially maybe in November, after maybe after hurricane season, because I think hurricane season keeps them pretty busy. But Hurricane Milton is barreling its way towards Tampa, Florida, and I'm gonna we've got friends that live in that area, and it very well potentially could be devastating. So if you're in that area and you're watching this, then my suggestion is, and you know, uh, I'm just trying to think about it. But if you're in the Tampa Sarasota area, if you are anywhere from Tampa south, my suggestion would be go to south. Would be to go inland and south. If you are St. Pete up towards the north, um, this sort of like a line going across the state. If you are in St. Pete to Daytona, um, you know, go inland and go north. So just create a set. Just go north and go south. Get out of the path of the storm, because it has all potential to be pretty devastating. So that is going to that's going to wrap up this kind of daily show. I am Barrett Gruber for the All About Nothing podcast. Just real quick, again, we had a great episode this week that dropped with Leroy Green of Nerdy by Nature Productions on the YouTube channel We Tryin'. You can check them out. Also, we had Donald Brock Jr., who is the, I want to say, dictator of the Soda City Comic Con, as well as the Wilmington Coastal Comic Con and the now Myrtle Beach Boardwalk Comic Con. So great episode discussing the recap on the Soda City Comic Con, as well as the two upcoming Comic Cons that are coming up in Wilmington, North Carolina in March, and in Myrtle Beach in October next year. And between those two, we'll have Soda City Comic Con again. So great episode. Go listen to it. Leroy is fantastic. Donald Brock is always entertaining and very informative, and all around. It's the first time I've had the two of them on the same podcast. That was a real treat. So we had a great episode that we recorded with Matt Villardo last week that will be dropping here in a couple weeks. If you go to his webpage, mattv4sc.com, you can actually see that episode now. We went ahead and released it to his campaign so that it's available for people to watch. So go check that out. All right, that is going to do it. Please subscribe. Also, if you can, follow us on all of our social media. And lastly, check out zjzdesigns.com. They have a bunch of new prints available for their Thanksgiving line, as well as currently in October. So you want to do that now so you have something to wear coming up on Halloween for any of those Halloween parties you're going to where you're like, I'm not wearing a costume. I get it. It's not me. But they got some great prints out there available, and then again, check out the Thanksgiving prints, because they'll be something that you can definitely wear to whatever function it is you're doing. If your work business does one of those potluck dinners, I'm sorry. Again, it's weird. I'm weird. I don't participate in the potluck dinners anymore. I don't know how people live at home, and it's not a judgment. It's just a safety concern. But again, zjzdesigns.com. Go check them out. You can find links on our webpage, theallaboutnothing.com, where you can find all our other links to our social media, including the Facebook, Twitter, X, Threads, and Instagram. TikTok. We'd really like people to follow us on TikTok. That would be fantastic. We if we get more if we get more people to follow us on TikTok, I promise we'll put more content out there. I know it seems like we should just put the content out there to try and draw people in, but it takes a little effort. I sound whiny now, don't I? That's all right. So, all right, you all stay safe. We'll do another one of these episodes here very soon, and stay safe, be kind, and keep your hands to yourself.